so stoked on it too. I got more attention from ladies than I've gotten in years.
I want to welcome you to the May's VERGE event. Just so you know how VERGE kind of goes down, it is an early stage startup and a later stage startup. They each have 5 minutes. If you have questions for the startup, hashtag VERGE B-Town. We will be having another VERGE B-Town. Like every time, it's the second Thursday of the month. Anything that said, I'll turn it over to Jeff and we'll get things going.
Alright, thank you, Casey. Alright, we're gonna get started. Where is Mike? I mean, Mike, here he is, you know, a familiar face to VERGE and around Bloomington. He used to help us out organize these things. Now he's running this company. So Mike has 5 minutes. Nobody look at the screen yet.
Nothing to see here.
Look away. Never make eye contact with Mike. That is rule 1. Everybody, I'm excited to be here to talk to you about my company, Evacua. We're making evacuations and safe travel more affordable. I want to start off by painting a picture for you. Let's say you're traveling abroad and the unthinkable happens, right? You need a way out. No matter what happens, you need out. But commercial flights are booked, highways are at a standstill, and you have no other options. What do you do? Now, I bet each of you is thinking about a different situation that this might apply. Some of you might be thinking about a riot or some kind of terrorist attack that makes you need to get out. Some of you might be thinking about a hurricane that's coming in and you need to get out. Some of you might be thinking that your wife just went into labor and you need to get back by her side. That's because these emergencies happen all the time. I mean, travelers are 5 times more likely to be affected by natural disasters than they were 30 years ago. But we really haven't gotten much better at reacting of how to avoid them and how to react to them. Take my buddy Chris. He was in Japan a couple years ago when the tsunami came in. He spent 3 days straight trying to call the U.S. Embassy for help. 3 days. Now, either his phone is broken or there's a huge communication problem here. And I'll give you a hint, it's not his phone. The problem is that there's excess amount of inventory available, but there's no good way to manage it. We're fixing that. I guarantee you that that same day, there was a private jet flying in from a big company to get their big CEO out. But Chris would have no idea how to get that, and even if he did, that pilot's not going to let some random stranger on his plane. That's a big problem, and we're fixing that. So meet Evacua, the platform that allows verified travelers access to private inventory even when commercial and government transport isn't available. It's a brand new way to react to emergencies of all types. So let's rewind a couple of years and give Chris Evacua this time and see how differently it would have played out. So this time, tsunami's coming in, he would have gotten a push notification from us telling him of the situation, but instead of frantically calling around, he would have pulled out the Evacua app, looked for nearby evacuation options, he would have selected the first flight, and then immediately we would have added him to the flight manifest so that the pilot knew who he was. 5 hours later, he's up in the air out of harm's way. Now in this example, Chris was on vacation. Now could you imagine how much more complicated it would be if he was on a business trip for his company? His company could have been sued for a lot of money if they had no way to help him get out of that situation. 31 of the last 35 companies that have been sued on this matter would have been there to vouch for that. They've all gotten sued and they've all lost big. Alright? And it's not entirely their fault. This can be expensive to carry out and keep your travelers safe. That's why we're providing a stepping stone to start giving them these options to protect their travelers without breaking the bank. Let me show you exactly how we figured out how to do that. Other companies that carry out evacuations typically have two choices. Either they're going to get you on a commercial plane, or they're going to charter an entire plane to come get you out. We're the first solution that allows you to book just a piece of that evacuation option that you actually need. Our members can book 1 seat on that plane for a fraction of the cost. We can do that because some of our members are also the providers. Take N198 Sierra Tango. It's an aircraft owned by a company here in Bloomington. The company has about 60 employees, only 5 of which regularly travel. That airplane holds 7 people, so worst case scenario, if all 5 of them are in the same spot, that's 2 empty seats every time that they can easily post to our platform, and we can help them fill those seats. So inherent in this business model is obviously we're very dependent on partnerships. Luckily, my partner's been in the industry for 25 years. we've been able to leverage that network to already get two partnerships secured that have agreed to give us intelligence for our travelers, inventory support, as well as logistical support to carry out these evacuations. We are continuing to develop our app and our platform. It'll be ready this fall to start bringing people home safely. What we still need, and right now what we're raising, is $350,000. So anyone here that wants to write that check to me tonight, that would be great, so we can skip that step. If you're not ready to do that, I'll take jacket and coat. That works too. In the meantime though, most importantly to you guys, we want to personally invite everyone here to be a part of our user test groups when we release our product. So write this code down, Alpha Bravo. When you go to our website, use that to sign up. And when we release our products, you guys will be the first ones to know, and you guys will be the first ones testing this to make sure that you're safe whenever you guys travel abroad. That's all the talking that I'm going to do, and I really look forward to any questions you guys may have for us. Thank you.